Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Chainsaw Man chapters 13 onward. Don't know how many we're gonna do. We did a lot of chapters last video. Just gonna be reading for as long as I feel like. I want to get around 30 minutes, but if we go over that, then it is what it is. Really excited to get back into things. I just reread the last few chapters just like as an extra refresher before recording again. Last time we had the stuff with the Bat Devil and everything, and then the Leech Devil came in. And like the story, one thing that I like is that it's kind of just, at least on the surface, simple and entertaining. You get to go into it and you just have Denji wants to touch boobs. The characters are like wild and out there and interesting, and there's just a bunch of fights and blood and gore and everything. But that's used to tell a deeper story, like, okay, he just wants to touch boobs and he's going to fight to do that, and they're pitting their dreams against each other like shonen stuff. But it's also telling a story about, how different people have different values and dreams, and the importance of fighting for your dreams no matter what they are, or how when you achieve your dreams, it might not be what you thought it was, or maybe you thought you knew what you wanted, but what you thought you wanted isn't what actually is good for you, or what you did want in the end. So again, it tells a deeper story through just sort of like being fun and entertaining. It doesn't have to just beat you over the head with any messages. It can instead be really fun and entertaining. And I really feel like the length of this video and how many chapters we get through depends on how much discussion that I put into these, because I feel like we really breeze through reading. Like there's a lot of action panels, and I talked about it a lot last video, where a lot of the story of Chainsaw Man is told just through the visuals, just through characters' facial expressions, and again, just action. It's not very wordy. It is not a Hunter x Hunter situation. So yeah, I really, really loved last chapter. We're getting into stuff with the Gun Devil now, which I think is going to be really, really interesting, setting up sort of the next villain, I would guess. And they're probably pretty, like, I would think of all the concepts there are in the world, because I believe we learned last video that the strength of the devil is tied to how much they're feared. I would think of all the concepts in the world to be feared, I would think guns are probably up there. Like, that's pretty scary. Yeah, I would think that that is a scary one, so like that should be powerful. But then again, I also mentioned, like last video, like you don't really see a lot of like horror movies or anything where the like big horror movie monster is going around killing people with a gun. As illogical as it is, because of course guns kill like many multitudes more people than chainsaws. As like ironic as it is and illogical as it is, there's just something about like chainsaws or even knives I mentioned last video that's like more scary, in a conventional sense, more used in media as a scary thing. I don't know. It's interesting, like just thinking about, because I don't know, just if I were to do a discussion video, like if I weren't so far behind, like the ideas that I think would make like scary devils. I think like, to me, nothingness is one of the scariest concepts ever. But then aging is terrifying. Aging is probably the scariest thing ever. So if there's like an elderly devil, that's probably like the most powerful. That to me is absolutely terrifying. Or like just time in general, I suppose. Or like broader concepts like, I don't know, infinity, or like, I don't know, just broader, huge scale like concepts I find terrifying. Or like things, I feel like a lot of people are scared of dogs, I think, but then again a lot of people are like the opposite of scared of dogs, so it's like, how strong would Dog Devil be? People are really scared of like spiders, so spider is probably like super strong. Same with snakes, and like they're like bridging cultures, like even like culturally, like no matter where you're from, like there's a lot of people afraid of like spiders or snakes or any like insect related devils are probably like really strong. me personally, so like the funniest thing, I'm not scared of bugs, spiders, anything. They don't really bother me. I'm scared of like wasps in the sense that I don't want to get stung. I'm not like irrationally scared of them. It's more like I just don't want them around me, which is a natural thing. I'm not really scared of snakes. I don't really have much, but I have, since I was a little kid, have an irrational fear of whales. Even seeing like pictures of whales just kind of makes me a little uncomfortable, and I'm like, oh man, I really don't like the way they look. And they're like such nice, friendly creatures, but like I have an irrational fear of them. So it's like, for me, Whale Devil would be incredibly powerful, effective against me. But I've carried on way too long for this intro. So sorry about that. Let's just read and talk about it as we go. But yeah, I would think Gun Devil probably one of the strongest. Also, I'll probably just take jump cuts like between chapters, or yeah, between chapters. That way it'll be easier for me when I edit to like put video chapters in for the YouTube video. That way, if you're going through, if you're just listening to this like audio wise, um, you can you can sort of, if you lose track of where you are, you can just look and see where we are from the video chapters. Either way, let's start reading though. Chapter 13 is titled Gun Devil. If I can kill the Gun Devil, you'll grant me any one wish. Also, man, so much to talk about from like even the last chapters. I forgot to mention how much I really like Power, my favorite character so far, but I really like all the characters, and how much I just don't trust. You'll have to forgive me, I'm still learning names. I think it's Makima, not Majima, which is similar. I think it's Makima. How much I really don't trust her. Just because she's like really, especially the last chapter, really manipulative. If I can kill the Gun Devil, you'll grant me any one wish. Wait, so what you're saying is, if I kill the Gun Devil, you'll grant me any one wish? Yeah. Say, for instance, anything? Anything, Denji. Holy crap, is it really okay to offer me a blank check like that? It's a devil so strong and evil that it's okay to offer you a blank check. Gee, I didn't know there was one that powerful. 13 years ago, there was a time when the whole world tried to cash in on guns as a countermeasure against the devils. During that period, gun use in crimes and civil revolts increased. Every country's media ended up covering gun violence news heavily, and just when fear of guns had risen around the world, there was a big terrorist attack involving guns in America. Okay, so it's like showing that like even more in real life, like there was an uptick in gun violence in this world because of the devils. And then like the news media means that people are going to be even like more afraid because like people are thinking about it more, not just that it's like actually literally happening more. So the combination of both, and then like a big terrorist attack to like be a catalyst setting it off even further. That same day, the Gun Devil appeared. We're seeing coverage of it. This is where I live, said the town mouse. What a big house it was. The town mouse's family. Dad, come outside and play catch. Tayo isn't feeling well. Find something you can do by yourself. You always say that. Tayo's never well. You're the big brother. Be patient and play by yourself. I want to play with my big brother. If you start to feel bad, come back in the house, okay? I'm wondering how this flashback is going to play into what's going on. Like, is one of them going to become the Gun Devil? Okay. Or I guess, I don't know, maybe that's not how devils are formed. We don't know if they're formed from people. Because fiends are made from devils, like, taking over corpses. And Denji seems special because he's like literally, well, I guess, I don't know if he's a fiend or not. Because technically he died and Pochita kind of fused into his corpse, but it seems to be different than what like Power is. And then we have people that like make contracts with them, like the hunters. So I don't know. We don't really know where the devils originate from to begin with. But I guess from what Makima just said, we can, or Makima, I think, oh, sorry if I'm getting her name wrong this whole time. From what she just said, though, then in this world, devils weren't always around. They just showed up. Don't follow me. You're annoying. I can play on my own. He throws a snowball back in his face. They both throw back and forth. My hands are cold. If you catch a cold, I'll be the one in trouble. Your hands won't get cold if we play catch. Your hands won't get cold if we play catch. Go get our gloves from the house. And then he runs back and opens the door. And the house is just destroyed in an instant. November 18th at 10 a.m., the Gun Devil hits Japan for 26 seconds. Death toll, 57,912. What on earth? That's so odd. Because you wouldn't think... Like, the image in my head, what I expected from the Gun Devil was just sort of like... You know the anime, like No Gun's Life or whatever? Like, look like a character from that and just spray bullets everywhere? That's what I expected. I didn't expect, like, buildings being leveled or whatever in the course of like 26 seconds. That's like not what I expected. The United States for 124 seconds, deaths 548,012. Canada for 7 seconds, deaths 8,481. Hawaii for 0.4 seconds, deaths are 780. China for 37 seconds, deaths are 316,932. The Soviet Union for 212 seconds, 155,302 deaths. So that's interesting. So Hawaii isn't being counted as part of the US here, and the Soviet Union is apparently a thing in this world, or at least was whenever this flashback happened in this world. Mexico 2 seconds, deaths were 6,088. In India for 15 seconds and deaths were 29,950. That's interesting though. So November 18th, we're not told exactly what year this was. So if this is when it showed up though, they said 13 years ago from the present time, and the time looks like present day. So it's weird that the Soviet Union's still a thing here, and that Hawaii is apparently not counted among, like, at first I was like, oh, Hawaii isn't counted among like the main sort of continental US. So that didn't really like trigger anything with me to be like, oh, this world is different because it was counted separately. But then it's odd because the Soviet Union was listed here. In about 5 minutes, the Gun Devil killed almost 1.2 million people and then fell off the face of the earth. To this day, it hasn't been seen since. So why, like, bother trying to hunt it, you know? It hasn't been around. After the incident, the fear of devils as a whole soared, and all devils became stronger than before. In an attempt to weaken the Gun Devil by any amount possible, gun control laws were strengthened in every nation, and news coverage of violent crime disasters and so on began being restricted. Not sure I follow all that, but it sounds like this devil's too strong to comprehend. Do you think you could defeat it? Well, if I try really super hard, it should be a piece of cake. In that case, we'll have to start by finding it. How do we find this thing? These are pieces of the Gun Devil's flesh that we've collected. Okay, so pieces of the flesh look like bullets, or at least casings? It seems like the Gun Devil moved so fast that bits of its body burned off. When devils eat these pieces, the Gun Devil's power enhances their power, regardless of what type of devil they are. If you put the pieces together, see, they attach. The Gun Devil is an incredibly strong devil, you see. When the pieces of its flesh combine to a certain size, apparently they'll try to return to its body to regenerate. So, if we can make this chunk bigger, we'll find the Gun Devil. Found one. Okay, and so they're taking the pieces that have been eaten by devils throughout the world then. And again, sorry if I don't have the names down yet. I thought his name was Aki. I thought that was his name. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but we'll see. So is that like the fish devil? Mackerel devil? It has legs, like a grasshopper devil. Figured it had eaten one of that damn gun's chunks. It was too strong for some small fry devil. But did it eat that, or was it fed that? Either way, our mission's the same. We kill all devils. That's what will lead us to that thing. And again, I wonder if, like, the kid from the flashback, because that was 13 years ago, it's perfect timing for it to be like any of these characters, you know? Like, it would make sense if Aki, again, sorry if the name's wrong, it would make sense if maybe that was his flashback, and that's why he's like the way he is now. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry Sorry for the people frustrated. All I would have to do is scroll down a page for it to basically be confirmed there. And now we're seeing Hotel Marine. Devil extermination request for public safety. Devil sighting inside Moreno Hotel. The survival of hotel guests is unknown. According to the request, multiple civilian devil hunters have died in extermination attempts. Movement from a gun devil piece confirmed. It's likely a devil that has ingested another piece. Dispatching 6 hunters from Public Safety Devil Extermination Special Division 4. And now we're saying the Special Division. Okay, so we have these other 3. I think we saw them when the Bat Devil was taken down, briefly. And one of them, I think, was in the hallway when Denji, like, after he regenerated in the hospital. I think. So we're seeing these 3. They're a part of the team with Aki, Denji, and Power. And that's where we end. That felt like a long chapter. That was really, really good. It felt like a long chapter, but then again, it was like a lot of lore, a lot of really, really important stuff, and a lot of things worth, discussing. So there was a lot of discussion. But yeah, either way, let's move on to chapter 14. Chapter 14 is called French Kiss. Oh no, the French devil. Whoever's scared of the French. A devil is lurking somewhere inside this hotel, and not just any devil either. This piece of the gun devil's flesh is being pulled towards it. There must be a devil that ingested another piece here. You sure the gun devil itself ain't here? The larger the chunk, the stronger the pull. This pull's too weak for that. I want that. Give it. You two, didn't I tell you to speak respectfully? Huh? Huh? We just have a longer huh. Who would suck up to you if it doesn't get him anything? Humans are arrogant fools. I love the way that Power talks. And then he pulls out 2 sticks of gum. Hayakawa, sir. Sir. Better. Sweet! And they're just so easily bribed. Sir, can we really trust those 2 with our backs? As teammates fighting devils with us? This guy seems like a jobber. This guy seems very expendable, just from his design. Does not look very special. One's a fiend, and the other is, well, a street punk. Personally, I don't trust them. We won't trust them with our backs. When we're out on extermination missions, we'll generally have them take point. If they run away or double-cross us for the devils, we'll kill them. You're treating us like crap. You two don't get human rights. Jude's mega pissed off. Must be because of that thing this morning. That prank definitely did go too far, and they're just whispering to themselves. That was beyond a prank. I'll kill you, and he loses his cool. Scary. What the heck happened? Come on, Aki. Okay, so it is Aki. Whew. Okay. You can't be strict with them all the time. Yeah, what she said. That bat almost killed me, and now it's straight back to work? Give me your reward. Oh, all right. I'll throw you a bone. The lucky winner who defeats the devil this time gets a kiss on the cheek from me. That's inappropriate. A young woman shouldn't give herself away before marriage like that. Oh, but having a reward is so much more motivating, right? And it feels like she's like always all over. Like she was this way in another panel, right? Over the other female member. And then Denji thinks of Makima. I'll pass on that kiss too. But it's cool. I'm plenty motivated. Oh? I already decided who my first kiss is gonna be. I'm gonna collect these meat chunks or whatever for. Then I'll murderize the gun devil. I'm not smooching anybody till then. You kill the gun devil? Well now, pretty ballsy to say that in front of Aki. Plus, I got taught something important. Naughty stuff feels good when you and your partner really know each other. I don't even know your name. I couldn't be less interested in your lips. Oh, really? Okay then, if you take down this devil, I'll kiss you with tongue. And then his face, shocked. And then immediately losing himself. Just immediately. Acting independently is dangerous. Stop. And of course those two are going to just be rushing to fight each other over the kill. Man, nothing's more entertaining than teasing boys. Oh god. Oh god. I want to drink some blood. And then those two are just fighting. Himeno has trained me for half a year. I'm in her debt. If some punk from who knows where is going to steal her lips, then I'll take the kiss on the cheek instead. Move it. And they're just fighting to get through a door, it looks like. I don't want some guy pressing up against me. It's creepy. Go to hell. You and I got different burdens, man. Do your new hunters seem do your new hunters seem useful? What Arai lacks in actual ability, he makes up for in drive. Kobeni's the opposite. Timid, but pretty talented. I will admit that I'm pretty sure I've seen memes regarding Kobeni. Maybe. Pretty sure. I don't know. Again, I try to absolutely not look at anything Chainsaw Man related, because I don't want to be spoiled. How about yours? The Blood Fiend's strong, but a hothead. It's still possible she'll betray us. As for Denji, too many unknown factors. It's still too soon to say. So basically, they're all just messed up. Think these 4 newbies can survive? Both the new hunters I think are strong, and the ones I don't end up either dead or moving to the civilian sector in a year. You sure dodged the question. But yeah, no, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable answer. It doesn't really matter if they're strong or not. Like, they either die or leave anyway. Don't you die, Aki. Don't you die, Aki. And we see... Oh, a flashback for her then, because the eye is covered? Himeno, this is your new buddy. Name's Aki. Sup. The kid's rude, but we've trained him to be at least a little useful. Just make it work. Are you useful? Dunno. Guess so. Okay, so if this is when he's being presented to her, presumably to become a hunter, and she's already wearing the suit that they wear, I'd assume she's already a hunter. So this probably isn't... Like, this is probably sometime after, especially he looks a little older maybe. This is probably after the Gun Devil stuff. So this is probably like she lost her team or something, and that's when she lost her eye. Alright. You're my 6th buddy. All the others are dead. They all died because they were useless nobodies. Don't you die, Aki. And then we're back in the present time. Aki, and the door starts opening. Here it comes. And it just flops out, and it's like a foot and a hand coming out of a face. It's all deformed. And that's it. I don't even know what devil this is related to. Or maybe this isn't the devil itself, but it's like something it created or something it turned somebody into. Interesting. Okay then. Again, way more information here. Again, it's like if you were to just like breeze through the series and not like spend time discussing it, it's really entertaining. The comedy in this is insanely good. Like, the comedy is incredibly good. The action is very, very good. The world and setting is really cool. I love the characters so far, but again, I think the comedy helps with that because I think they're hilarious. I am so invested in them because I find them so funny and entertaining. I really like all 6 of this group here. And I want to know more about all of them. I want to see more of all of them. I feel like the guy, though, out of all of them feels the most expendable. He just, I don't know, he feels like kind of bland and boring. Especially, I guess, you know what? I guess he might have powers, though. He might have a contract with a devil like Aki does. So, you know, maybe not. Maybe, yeah, I just thought of that. Wow. I was just thinking they were kind of normal humans, and I'm like, he's kind of boring, normal, whatever. But like the chick with the eye patch is kind of like sort of leader-ish with them and has a cooler design. It has a little bit of a connected backstory with Aki. So like could die, and then like Aki takes over as like more of the leader role in this sort of squad here. If he isn't already, I don't know, maybe he is the leader at this point, but I don't think so. I feel like he's second to this chick. But I don't know. She feels a little more important. And then Kobeni, again, I think I've heard of before, not 100%. I mean, I guess that doesn't mean she survives or anything. But yeah, I just now realized they all probably have powers. So it'll be interesting to learn. We have 3 new characters that we don't know what their abilities are. So it'll be cool to see what their abilities are if we get to see in the next few chapters. But yeah, I suppose that's it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next chapter. Starting chapter 15 with a really cool frontispiece. I really like this one. They're standing outside of a cafe. Looks cool. It's titled Endless Eighth Floor. And I have no idea what this thing is supposed to be at all. It smiles and jumps up at Kobeni, though. And she starts freaking out. Caught you. And then it... Okay. So we saw before, Aki made like the little like fox hand sign that you see in anime and stuff all the time. And it summoned the fox devil. But... I forget the leader chick's name. She just clenches her fist and says, caught you, and it seems like it gets stopped in midair. Huh? It's floating. 'Tis a battle. And Power summons a blade of blood and cuts it in half. The best. The damn devil froze in midair out of fear of me. No, that was my power. My ghost caught it. Ghost? I have a contract with the ghost devil. In exchange for feeding it my right eye, I get to use my ghost's right hand. Hey everyone, sorry for the really weird cut, but I recorded the first part of this like 2-3 weeks ago and was interrupted, and so yeah, I'm continuing on from here. I just read what I had read like before in the first part of this. I just reread that, so we'll continue on from there, and I'll just keep going again as long as I feel like reading. But I didn't feel like what I had already recorded was enough for like a video. Plus, also, I was just interrupted straight up in the middle of reading a chapter. So sorry for the really odd transition and the time skip in this video. But yeah, either way, let's keep reading. I'm really loving this. The first part that we read, again, you don't need a refresher, but we just met up with the rest of the team basically, and we're going after this devil that had eaten a piece of the gun devil, because the gun devil is sort of the new enemy. I don't know if he's like a series level big bad. I kind of don't feel like he is, but he is like god level powerful, which is weird to think about, because it's like, I don't know, he's just so powerful that the scale jumped to like, oh, he's destroying millions of lives in a matter of seconds kind of scale. But either way, we were on the page where the one character, wow, I remember Arai and Kobeni's name, but I don't remember Eye Patch Lady's name. It was something with an S, I think. But she was saying that she had the ghost power. No, that was my power. My ghost caught it. Ghost. I have a contract with the ghost devil. In exchange for feeding it my right eye, I get to use my ghost's right hand. It's invisible and strong. Pretty useful, right? And I think that's the last part I read. I think. How's it look, Aki? Does this thing have a piece of that damn gun? No strong reaction. This isn't our devil. Got it. Let's move up a floor then. And then we have them climbing. Again, I love how much of the story is told. I was just thinking it, rereading through the earlier parts of this chapter and last chapter and all, how much of the story is just told through the visuals. Are you sure you should go blabbing about your powers in front of me, says Power. You humans are here to keep me in check, no? It'll be easier to work as a team if we know each other's powers right. Plus, I've got a trump card up my sleeve. It's all good. Is that true? Then what if I said I'd kill this one? What would you do? And she just points a blade at Kobeni. Oh, that's great. And then the ghost hand grabs her by the throat. Put the weapon away. If you misbehave, I can strangle you to death any time. Oh? Can't touch it. Oh, so she can't touch the hand to get it off her neck from choking her. That's interesting. That is a pretty powerful... Like, I was thinking that seemed kind of weak and limited at first. Like, compared to whatever the gun devil is doing to tear through countries in a matter of seconds, I was thinking what we saw of, like, the fox or the ghost hand was a little bit limited. But, like, that's pretty good. That's pretty useful. So, I don't want to have to do that again. So how about we get along? But then again, like, against, like, full-on devils that don't rely on human bodies or whatever, you know, maybe it's less useful? I don't know. I'll eat her one of these days. Hey, she's gonna kiss me. Don't eat her. And then, wait. What is it? Just now, didn't we go up the stairs from the 8th floor to the 9th? Yeah. This is floor 8 too, so it must be some sort of, like, mental type of power. You didn't see, You didn't see wrong or count wrong? No, I'll go double check. I'll turn her into a steak and eat her. And then he goes back. What? He returns to them. Alright, didn't you just go down the stairs? Huh? Oh, and then I want to try steak. Huh? 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 And then, Kobeni, make double peace signs and stay completely still. Huh? And she still just keeps repeating it. So cute. And then she runs off, peeks around the corner. Oh boy! And sees them again. Huh? Aki, what the hell is this? Probably a devil's power. Huh? Kobeni, stay right there. And they're still just leaving her. And he enters one of the rooms. What the? Why is there a room behind the window too? Oh, is it like a mirror? Is it maybe like... Oh, I was gonna say, is it maybe like the mirror devil, a fear of mirrors? And like, you know what? I'll be real, I get it. There's so much mirror stuff in horror movies that I get that fear. I totally get it. I totally get being afraid of mirrors. Or it could just be like, are they in a hotel, an apartment building? Could just be like the hotel devil, like the building devil, the actual building itself is the devil. I was afraid of this. Huh? But I'm gonna bet mirror for right now. What? Hey, none of the windows lead outside. They're all connected to the rooms on the opposite side. We're stuck on the 8th floor. Is it a fear of the number 8? Here's the rundown of our situation. And also, ooh, no, she's a smoker. The kissing, not a good not a good reward anymore. Here's the rundown of our situation. No matter how many stairs we climb up or down from the 8th floor stairway, we always end up on the 8th floor. It's likely the handiwork of the it's likely the handiwork of the devil is a sentence, or a devil. We can't use the elevators for some reason. We can't get outside through the rooms or windows. We tried climbing up through the ceiling, but the 8th floor was above that too. Isn't it because power went and killed that devil? I bet that devil used its power to trap us here and then it died without turning it off. You said kill it, did not. I just love their bickering. Devil's powers are undone when they die, so that's impossible. That's good to know. Like, that's something I bring up in a lot of series. It's good to know if your powers stick around after you die or not. Aki, any movement from the flesh piece? About that, it completely stopped moving. So it's almost like they're like trapped in a separate space. So we walked straight into a trap with that devil as the bait. This is the first time I've had a devil try anything this tricky. But when we don't come back, won't other devil hunters come to rescue us? We can only pray that they won't get trapped like us. We're all going to die here. We're going to starve to death. Kobeni, stay strong. You're working as a devil hunter because you want to put your older brother through college, remember? I was half forced into it. My parents only care about my gifted brother. They want to put him through college, so they put me to work. My only options were to be a sex worker or a devil hunter. I wanted to go to college too, but I'm gonna die here. And then Power just starts laughing. That face. Why, you don't laugh. Oh, Kobeni's fear is a Kobeni, fear is a devil's favorite food. If you act scared, you'll be giving them exactly what they want. But I'm so scared. You too, Aki. What's the matter? The clock in this room has said 8:18 for a while now. All the clocks in all the rooms were stopped on 8:18 too. So is it? Oh, you know what? 8 also looks like the eternity sign. Is this like an infinity devil? And that's why like the rooms go on infinitely, the floors go on infinitely, but that's specifically why it was 8. I was going to say, is it actually the 8 devil? Because in Japanese, like, it would like just be a bunch of the symbol, like it would just be a bunch of 8, because 10 is just like, you know, a plus. But like, yeah, no, I think it actually might be like the number 8 being an infinite thing. This goes on infinitely. And I was going to say, what if nobody looks for them because they're trapped, like the place they're trapped doesn't exist within time or whatever. So while time's passing for them, it's not passing outside of this. So yeah, maybe this is just like eternity, which to me is like a billion times scarier than the mirror thing I was on before. So like this should be like the most powerful devil ever. I think that's like way scarier than a gun. Like just the concept of eternity. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's possible that time is stopped only on the 8th floor by a devil power, in which case help may never come. So exactly, he's saying the same thing, like time is stopped there for them. Or like time is stopped outside, but it's passing for them. That's amazing. Then we can sleep as much as we want. Are you stupid? We could be trapped here forever. It might turn out that way, and it might not, right? Wake me up when you figure it out. These beds are so comfy. It'd be a waste not to sleep in them. I'm gonna appreciate this devil and catch me some Z's. Then he actually just falls asleep. He fell asleep, and Aki's surprised by this? And that's the end. Okay, we're moving on to chapter 16. That was so good. The comedy. Like, I feel like the powers and the way that this world is set up is really, really intriguing. I love the art and the way that just the visuals tell so much of the story here. But I've got to say, the comedy is incredibly good. But yeah, either way, that's my new prediction. Might still be the mirror thing, because I guess like the top half of an 8 is like the mirrored image of the bottom half, and like the kanji for Hachi as well is like also sort of a mirror of itself if you're talking like sort of vertically rather than horizontally. But yeah, probably the infinity thing. That probably makes more sense. But either way, going on to chapter 16. And we start with Denji getting woken up. Denji, wakey, wakey. He stretches. Can we leave the 8th floor now? Hate to disappoint, but it looks like we're still stuck. While you were sleeping, we learned that we can use the water and electricity. As far as food goes, there was a bit in the luggage and the hotel the hotel guests left behind when they ran. So how did they escape? To be honest with you, everybody's getting pretty worn down, unless it purposefully just used that other one as bait and made everybody run and didn't trap any of them because it was planning to trap the hunters. To be honest with you, everybody's getting worn down. Chapter 16, First Taste. Aki's been hunting for the devil nonstop. I've been trying to get him to take a break, but he won't listen. Arai was helping Aki at first, but now he's freaking out. He shut himself in a room and won't come out. Kobeni lost it and tried to drink from a toilet, so I knocked her out. And then there's the fiend. Power, what about her? I'm bored, so I was thinking up a Nobel Prize winning invention. If I win a Nobel Prize, humans will grovel before me, and then I'll use my Nobel Prize as a stepping stone to become Prime Minister. I want to watch humans suffer, so my first act as Prime Minister will be to implement a 100% sales tax. She seems the same as always to me. Oh, that's good then? So she thought that she went mad too, but it's just normal, inane power talk. The 3 of us will guard Kobeni and Arai. Can't even take a bathroom break if I'm the only one doing it. And then we see the 2 of them still out, basically. Darn, down to my last cigarette. You 2 are too calm. It's no fun. Since Aki's on the job right now, I can take it easy and relax. Plus, it's the power of nicotine. It's so great having an addiction. In this life, you need something to take the edge off. Hey, that's the same brand that Jerk smokes. That's because I'm the one who taught Aki to appreciate the taste of cigarettes. And then we have a flashback. Aki, you don't smoke? No, it'll rot your bones. We're going to be working together closely, so you should do it too. I'm not here to make friends. Let me guess. Sorry, I just can't help. I want to laugh because I'm like the worst influence. Let me guess. You came to public safety to kill the gun devil, right? It's the same for all the dark and brooding types who join public safety, since we're the only ones allowed to carry pieces of that damn gun. Us devil hunters don't live long anyway. It's not like the smoking's gonna kill you. I won't bite it so easily. You'd better not. It's a hassle when my buddies die on me. Ah, huh? Aki, make yourself scarce, will you? And then she's approaching someone. The person tries to hit her? What was that about? Or does hit her? She was my previous buddy's girlfriend. It's pretty common for there to be trouble with your late buddies' families and so on. They don't have the power to get revenge on devils, so they take it out on you instead. I just consider it another part of the job, pretty much. What did you just do? I snuck up to her and stuck gum on her. What? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It's not your problem. It pissed me off, so I retaliated. Serves her right. Now she has gum on her clothes and she has no idea. And then she starts laughing. You reminded me of something my master always said, and we cut to a restaurant later. The devil hunters that the devils fear most aren't the strong or the brave. They're afraid of the ones with a few screws loose. I think you'll manage to live for a long time. Is that some kind of insult? If you're not going to eat that almond tofu, I'm taking it. I'll give you a cigarette. I don't smoke. It'll rot your bones. This seems like it'll be a long relationship, so I sure would like it if you smoked. And then, fine, I'll smoke it, but just the one. This is the only cigarette I'll smoke in my entire life. And then we cut back to the present of him coming back. Himeno, do you have any cigarettes left? Sorry, this is my last one. And let me have that one. Seriously? You hopeless addict. That's a kiss, an indirect kiss, no fair. Shut up. I've got bad news. Remember that devil we killed? You mean the one I killed? Power trying to take credit. Yeah, well, it's gotten bigger. A lot bigger. And it's just like morphing and growing, all body horror style. I thought I killed it, trapping us in this hotel, a form like nothing I've seen before. What kind of devil is this thing? Humans. I'll offer you a contract, foolish humans. It spoke. A contract? Let me eat that human named Denji. Dead or alive, feed him to me. And I'll return all of you other devil hunters to the outside unharmed. I'll return you unharmed. Make a contract with me. And then we have Kobeni, Denji, let it eat you. Oh my god, that's great. Just immediately. Alright. Oh, and we have an end of the volume thing. Denji and Pochita staple dish. Buy a bag of flour, mix flour with water. Eat up, and like it says actually drink. But today, it's Christmas. Add sugar, then eat, in parentheses drink. Tastes like cake, right? They've both never actually eaten cake before. Winter holiday special end. Alright. And then we have another little thing. This place has good coffee. Oh yeah, I've never had coffee before. Gross, this stuff is muddy water. What a fool. A kid wouldn't appreciate the taste of coffee. Ditch water. Shut up. Be quiet inside the restaurant. Hey, you tricked us. This is mud. 'Tis ditch water you drink. Power's the best. Oh well, that's it for chapter 16. I still want to continue onward though, to tell the truth. Like, this is so good. Like, this series is so good. I find it really difficult to stop. Starting volume 3 with chapter 17. Just taking a look at the cover. Gonna scroll through this off. What is my English? Like, my English is not doing well today. Alright. We have the character page. I'm just gonna skip through it. We know the characters. Sorry, I'm just like really quickly. Yeah, none of it's anything new. I was just like skimming through really quickly to see if there was like any new info about any of the characters, but not really. Alright, in chapter 17, kill Denji. And we just have him putting up his fists. And then it looks like Aki kicks the knife out of her hands. And then Himeno elbows her in the gut. Just completely taken down. And then the devil is laughing at them. Oh, shut up. Aki, can't you end this by swallowing it with your fox? Kon. And then nothing happens. No fox. I had a feeling that would happen. This place is completely cut off from the outside after all, and your fox's body is in Kyoto. Alright, then I'll finish it with my ghost. And then it does damage, and it starts saying ow. So it is reacting to the damage, but it looks like it just grows back even more. Crap, it got even bigger. It's no use. This is not my real body. My heart is not here. This is inside my stomach. My weak point is not on the 8th floor. Making a contract with me is the only way you can leave alive. Okay. And then something bulges out. Whatever. Even if they kill me, you're not going to let them out anyway. No, it will. The devil called it a contract. When devils use it, the word contract has a lot of power. If one party honors the contract, the other party has to honor it too. When you don't hold up your end of the deal, you die. So it's true, we can get out of here if we kill you. Massimino, we should kill him. We can kill him for now and come up with a counterplan after we get out. At this rate, we'll all starve to death right here in the hotel. Devil hunters making contracts with devils is legal. The wisest course of action is to accept the devil's contract. The devils want to kill Denji. Denji's death must benefit them somehow, says Aki. I won't take this contract. Me neither then, says Himeno. But I'm on team kill Denji, says Power. Seriously? I have a Nobel Prize winning idea, but I can't reveal it if I can't get out of here. Die for my Nobel Prize. Fiends and devils can't make contracts with each other. Even if you did kill Denji, the devil wouldn't be obligated to let you out. Anyway, we aren't killing Denji. We're devil hunters. We only kill devils. And again, I like this, because even though Aki doesn't like him, Aki's like, okay, they want him dead, which means him being dead benefits them, so we don't want that to happen. I'm bored. Wanna wrestle? No, you're always trying to kill me. And then I love freaking Denji and Power. They're so good. I'm starving. Aki, do we even have an escape plan or we can actually use here? And they're all just bored in the hallway looking at the devil there. If we take the devil at its word, we can't kill it. But we aren't about to kill Denji either. Problem is, if we don't do something, we really will starve to death. If worst comes to worst, I'll use the sword. Don't. Oh? Dude, if using your sword can fix this, then just use it. We aren't using the sword, even if worst comes to worst. Hate to say it, but if it comes to that, you gotta die, Denji. Seriously? So again, they're hyping something up for the future that, like, the sword is so serious that, like, it's better off to just let Denji die. It's gone. It's not here. The food we left on the bed all disappeared. How? And of course, Power. You ate all of it? It wasn't me. Denji ate it. Just blatantly lying. Why would you tell such an obvious lie? I get it now. I figured it out, says Kobeni. It's that fiend's ability. That's what's trapping us on the 8th floor. That has to be it. Nope. Calm down, Kobeni. She's a blood fiend. You're defending a fiend? We're devil hunters. You're working with the devils. You were a spy all along. Pai, I'm not working with the devils. I know you're a spy. And then just going at him with a knife. And we see the devil smiling and laughing. A scream. Himeno, run. And it starts coming down the hallway. Kill Denji. Give me his heart. Give it. I expand with fear and ensnare in fear. Okay, so interesting. They've got to want his heart then because that's what, like, Pochita fused with or whatever. Your deaths are guaranteed. Feel more fright. Dread death. Fear everything. The one to kill the chainsaw will be me. Me, the Eternity Devil. So, yeah, Eternity Devil, and we see the mouths and eyes are in the shape of an 8 now. Interesting. You'd think it'd be even more... This is pretty powerful, but I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating it. Maybe it is extremely, extremely powerful. Because we still don't know how to, like, actually escape or anything. And, like, the more they get scared, the more powerful it's going to be, so it's just going to get worse. But yeah, so it seems like multiple devils know about the chainsaw and they're the ones trying to kill it. For some reason. I guess maybe because eating something would maybe give you its power, and chainsaw, like I said before, is probably a really powerful one, just because it has like a pretty notorious image of fear. And then the room's tilting. Whoa. And everything starts flying to one side. And we see like just this real confusing space that they're in. Give me Denji's heart. Oh no, that's the hallway sideways. I thought that was like the window to the outside. And of course, because the window to the outside is still the inside, But no, that's like actually the doorways to the rooms, and that's the hallway on its side. And the chapter ends there. That was way too short. Alright, I don't know how or where I'm going to end this, but I got to keep going. Chapter 18, Chainsaw versus Eternity, and this will maybe be the last one. I don't know, this video is probably already looking pretty long. But like, yeah, it's so difficult to stop somewhere. Someone kill Denji, please kill him, says Company. We're really in trouble now. Let's feed him to the devil. I'll use the sword. Do I have your permission, Himeno? And then, Himeno? Hey, what the heck are you doing? If Aki uses the sword, we can probably get outside. But per the terms of the contract, using it will cut his lifespan down by a lot. There's still so many things Aki has to do. I'm sorry, Denji. And then we see like the others getting dumped into the room, seems like. Sorry, hey, get off me. And then Power's still just laughing. Die! And the devil's laughing as well. Oh? And it looks like Aki takes the stab for him. And she starts Kopani starts freaking out. Huh? Yes, he's disgusting scum. I wouldn't blame you for stabbing, but he's out to kill the Gun Devil. I can't kill the Gun Devil alone. To kill that thing, I need as many devil hunters with the guts to confront it as I can get. Even if I have to shorten my lifespan, I won't let you kill Denji. Power, you're a blood fiend, right? Can you stop the bleeding? I can only control my own blood freely. Controlling others' blood is a difficult feat. And then, but if Top Knot dies, I won't have a human to cook for me, so I suppose I must. And we see Himeno looking at the stab wound and thinking about her previous 6 buddies. Falling down. What do we do? What do we do? Aki! And she starts freaking out too. What do we do? This isn't my fault. It's you. It's your fault. If you'd just been good and gotten eaten, everything would be fine. And then, all right already, fine. I'll go get eaten. You will? That's great. But FYI, I ain't going down without a fight. And if I do kill that devil dead, I want my kiss. Yeah, or I haven't forgotten about that. Got it. Do you have a strategy to beat it? It's gonna hurt like hell, but I'll bust out the chainsaws. Chainsaws? Dunno why, but that devil's scared of my chainsaws. So scared that it doesn't want to mess with me. That's why it keeps trying to tell you guys to kill me. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. Like, it didn't, like, it kept telling them to feed him to it. When, like, if it wanted to, if they're really trapped there, it could try to come eat him itself. Plus, that devil was crying out in pain when those attacks hit. If it hates pain so much, I can just torment it until it wants to die. I'll make it kill itself. And then they all just look like confused and horrified. Now you're thinking like a devil, says Power. You shielded me. Mind your own business, jerkface. I'm sick and tired of owing anybody any debts. If we get out of here, you and me are even. And he pulls the ripcord and jumps into the hallway. And falls into the mouth. He did it. And then he cuts back out of it with the chainsaws. We have the devil screaming as it's getting chopped up. So you were alive after all, Chainsaw. So Pochita is the chainsaw, or at least was the chainsaw before. So it's interesting, the chainsaw devil has to have like its own past and all, why all the other devils know it and want it. Interesting. So he's still just slicing through. I'm back. It's useless, Chainsaw. My heart's not here. You can't kill me. It hurts. Is he a devil? Oh, and so those 3 really didn't know. Is he a devil, says Himeno. This looks bad. Denji's losing blood fast. If he loses too much, his chainsaws will retract. And then he's getting bitten down on. You're far weaker than you once were. A pity, Chainsaw. So again, Pochita, whatever it was before finding Denji, like, was even more powerful than this. And that's where it ends. Okay, I said it'd be the last one, but I can't end on that. I have to go at least one more. Okay, chapter 19 time. Chapter 19, Nobel Prize. What? My chainsaw's retracted. I'm out of blood. You lose. Die, chainsaw. And then he starts biting into it. Ouch. And he eats what he bit off. Ah! And then it's screaming in confusion as well. Even blood as gross as sewer water would taste like strawberry jam if I drank it while seeing your face all twisted in pain. And then, the devil hunters that fear devils are the ones with a few screws loose. And we have her being told that. Sahara was too sane. That's why they died. Kinochi was sane too. Subaru, sane. Sasaki, sane. They end up afraid of the devil's attack because they're sane, but that feeds the devil's power. How's that Aki kid you've been working with? He in his right mind? No one in their right mind would be out to kill the damn gun. You joined public safety to kill the gun too, didn't you? You off your rocker? I am not. Exactly, including you. Just about all devil hunters dream of killing that gun. They're honest, straightforward, simple, so the devils know exactly how to make them afraid. But the ones with a few screws loose, they're unpredictable. Devils fear what they can't understand, too. Master, you drink too much. Yep, that's a sound reaction. The day-to-day adds up and eventually knocks your screws loose. If you're visiting your buddies' graves every month, your head's still screwed on tight. I'm leaving. Aki's still a small fry, train him up. I'll take my time. You can't take your time. Aki's collecting those pieces in earnest, ain't he? Sooner or later he'll make it to the gun. No. And then she's freaking out. Aki, want a job hop to the civilian side with me? I got an offer and it's pretty good pay. Civilian hunters don't have to fight strong devils either. So again, she just doesn't want her next partner to die. While, she just wants to keep him safe. But he's determined to go after the gun no matter what. And like the master was saying, you have to train him up good because eventually, whether you want it or not, he's going to make it to the gun, so you need to have him prepared for when he does get there. We don't have to hunt that damn gun, you know. We could grab lunch here or wherever, catch a movie after work once in a while. What's wrong with a life like that? I'll go drinking with you as often as you want, but I'll never go to the civilian sector. I'm taking that almond tofu. Then give me a cigarette. If he fights the gun devil, Aki will get killed, guaranteed. Not because we aren't strong enough yet, or because that devil's capable of killing hundreds of people in an instant. It's because Aki's cool and serious and kind, and normal like everyone else. But, and we jump back to the present, and then the devil screaming in pain as it gets cut apart. And it looks like Denji collapses and he says, I did it. But then the ghost hand pulls the ripcord again and he gets back up. I just had a eureka moment. You get cut up by me and bleed. I drink your blood and recover. I've accidentally completed a perpetual motion machine. That Nobel Prize is mine. This guy is absolutely bonkers. He might actually be able to kill that damn gun. The pain. And then we have everybody else. Aki, you still alive? How much time has passed? It's been maybe 3 days. Meowie. Let's all go drinking together. It's over. So I'm gonna sleep a bit. It's over. This is my core. I'm sorry, it's my heart. It hurts. I can't take any more pain. Please, hurry up and kill me. What? It's already over. But it felt great, like taking a dip in a pool. Too bad. And then he slices through. And that's where it ends. I think that's a good cliffhanger to end on, because from there I feel like we're going to get into more stuff. Whether this is really over, or whether we're going to have more of this, or whether it's actually over and we go into sort of between arc stuff again. Either way, I think this is a good way to end it, because there's going to be probably not a good place to end it, I would think, in the next couple of chapters. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry that this was so scuffed, so screwed. I had a ton of fun though. This series is so good, I am addicted. So hopefully it won't be too long before I get to do the next one after this. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more Chainsaw Man, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. Again, much more once my life and schedule gets back to normal. Yeah, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/aquaofthetubes, or here on YouTube free or via channel memberships. It's right down below the video. Just hit join. Sorry, my English is way off. It's not doing me well today. But either way, yeah, that's it. Thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members. Huge thank you to chosen regulars Etchy Zero and Evan Holly, Magical Girl FR Nono, Jerryton Student David Langstaff, Slayer Candidate SG, and a regular Tyrone Beast. Huge thank you to all of you for watching. Huge thank you to everyone supporting. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.